You are about to listen to an exclusive interview on Maximum Threshold Radio. Thanks for listening to us at MaximumThreshold.net. Horns up, fists in the air.
Yes, I'm calling for Dom. This is Michael Little from the band Maxx12.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, what you up to?
Oh, not too much. We got myself, Michael, and Jeff here. Or Jeff and Michael and I.
Who we talking to? What's the name of your band?
The name of the band is Maxx12.
Maxx12.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
That's like better than Spinal Tap. Spinal Tap turned it up to 11. They turned it up one more.
12, that's right.
Yeah, so I hear you live off the grid. Is that why you didn't call at the right time?
Yeah, actually, I live out on the ranches. I've got a couple of ranches down in Monterey County, and I stay most of my time down there.
Where at?
Down in Monterey County, which is right outside of, it would be western, about mid-state of California.
Okay. So I've been told that you're a conspiracy theory guy.
Yeah, I delve into it a bit, and there's a lot of stuff that I've uncovered, that, like with Jesse Ventura.
I was just going to ask you about the body.
Okay, well then, do you think that do you buy into this conspiracy theory that fast food companies are in cahoots with the toilet paper companies?
Oh, damn, that's a good one.
Because you shit your brains out and you use more toilet paper.
That's a good one. I'll have to remember that one. I like that one. Do some research on that one.
Or was it Satchel or Lexi from Steel Panther that said condoms are all...
Satchel.
It's a conspiracy from the latex companies.
That's right.
Manufacturers to make all that money, and you really don't need a condom. You can go in bareback and you'll be safe.
You can raw dog it. What's the worst that can happen?
Well, remind me not to have sex with that gal.
It's a dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff out there, though. I mean, if you take a look at the 9/11 stuff that went on.
When did that happen?
A lot of it just does. A lot of stuff just doesn't add up at the Trade Center, at the World Trade Centers. That's just one of many.
So what do you think really happened?
World Trade Center? I believe that we were sold up the river starting way back, well over 200 years ago, but most recently Mr. Bush Sr. sold us up the river, and that's why we are where we're at now.
Senior or junior?
Senior, of course. Junior just kind of went along with what Dad had already set up.
Right, he was a puppet.
Junior was a fucking retard.
Hey, you like this one, Mike. You say, hey, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Hey, you fool.
We won't get fooled again.
Fool me, you can't fool me. Fool me, won't get fooled again.
So do you
I do a pretty good George Bush, don't I?
Yeah, he started to get better towards the end.
Do you believe?
Fool me, can't get fooled again.
I think there's a conspiracy in this country that everybody hates Jews so much that they'll elect a black president before a Jewish president because people just hate us Jews.
I haven't heard that one actually.
I've heard that before.
It's like
I'm a firm believer in that the banking cartels go, if you trace it all back, that there's just a very, very small few wealthy elites that are actually pulling all the strings. Very firm believer in that. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 13 years old, been on my own since I was 13. And when you can't get out there and make it because you're overtaxed, overburdened, underpaid, and restricted, and then even more as each day rolls by, the Supreme Court, bunch of puppets, you have to be a fool not to believe something's wrong somewhere. Something's rotten in Denmark, you know?
Mm-hmm. Aren't you afraid, David, when you're coming out like that, that somebody's going to come out and get you?
Well, it's a possibility.
Yeah.
But hell, I could walk outside and trip and fall and break my neck too.
That's true.
You know, life is so I'm not gonna spend my life worrying about it. I'm gonna tell it like I feel it.
Do you ever see Bigfoot out off the grid there? You ever see a fucking Sasquatch, Ricky?
interesting that you'd say that. I have come across some very interesting tracks out there.
I fucking knew it, man.
And,
the Sasquatch Gang. You ever see that movie? It opened my eyes to a whole bunch of new shit, man.
I never seen a Sasquatch, but I fucked some fat hairy bitches before.
Oh, come on now, we won't go there. That's telling too much. That's still a little too revealing. So where are you guys located?
Cleveland, Ohio.
The land of rape and despair. So where can we find all the information about Maxx12?
Mm-hmm. Well, essentially how we started the project, I had gotten out of the industry for about 15 years, signed a really bad deal. Gotten soured to it, and then one day I would just, it was about 3 years ago now, and I just decided I want to start writing again. Called up my old friend Ronnie Montrose, and said, "Hey Ronnie, I'd like to get back into music a little bit, and would you be willing to produce some more material?" Because Ronnie Montrose had been my producer for many, many, many years. And he said, "Yeah, let's give it a whirl." So I had a few songs in my head, went to the studio, wrote them down, and the rest is history. We're right here. Maxx12, the concept of Maxx12 is that after 2013 and the great cataclysm that is about to befall us, is that a company called NextCorp, we're in competition with the Bilderberg gang and the Illuminati. That's the three powers that are left after the great. After the gays? What's that?
You broke up. I'm sorry. Did you say it's after the gays?
No, not quite that far. No, after the great upheaval, that's impending upheaval of 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And so NextCorp, our company, our corporation, the one that hired us as mercenaries, are in battle battled against the Illuminati and the Bilderbergs for power and position and for land.
Did you say Build-A-Bear?
Build-A-Bear, you betcha, man.
That's right.
Nice.
But anyway, that's the concept of Maxx12. So we're hired guns for a company called NextCorp.
Mm-hmm.
We're currently at war with the Bilderbergs and the Illuminati.
So is this your music? Is that what you're talking about? The music and
yeah, I'd have to say probably about 90% of what we write about is there's hidden messages in there. Just take a listen to them and see how they talk. There's one song called Politico, and the chorus in there is "Hang You Dead," which is basically what we need to do to all politicians. There is no good politicians anymore. They all need to be hanged dead. Start all over from scratch with good men that this country started with.
Mm-hmm.
Good men like slave owners?
No, not like slave owners.
Oh, because that's who the country originally had running it was slave owners.
Oh, actually, you're actually correct. And the ones that originally started this country were basically prisoners. They would have been convicts, but they were given the choice to come over here and found the country. But I think that we've gotten way beyond any help as far as being able to get into the political arena and duke it out and vote for who we feel is the best person anymore, because I think that the left-right paradigm is no more. There's no such thing. It's a farce. They all work for the same. They're all puppets for the same organization, the wealthy elites.
So when will the prophecy of the New World Order be fulfilled, and the streets will run through the blood will run through the streets of with the non-believers?
That's a good question.
Oh gosh. Let's hope it doesn't get to that. Let's hope that we can make a big change.
The political apocalypse.
Without having to go to civil war.
Yeah, what's so civil about war, anyways?
That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Now,
that's what
do you get excited when you watch Red Dawn?
Not the new bullshit one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. Is it?
I saw the new one.
No, I don't know about the new one, but it doesn't have Leah Thompson in it.
The new one had bad ending.
So, I agree with you that the country is really run by the few rich elite.
That's why we're sitting here.
But you know, to be honest with
Rupert Murdoch.
I'd love to be one of those few rich elite running the country.
Chuck Berry, my ding-a-ling.
Chuck Berry.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, my ding-a-ling ain't running it. Once I was climbing the garden wall, I slipped and had a terrible fall.
That's right.
I haven't heard that. I've heard that song since I was a kid. That's an
Sorry,
old
to
one.
give you the flashback right here.
Dude, ever since you said Montrose, all I'm thinking about is Rock Candy.
That's
Yep.
right. Me too.
Oh, yeah, great tune. As a
Hard
matter of fact, we
rock.
wrote a song in remembrance of Ronnie, and it's called "He Rocked the Nation." Good tune. It turned out real well. Real pleased with it.
It's like I love Montrose. I wasn't like I like some of Sammy Hagar's solo stuff, and I could appreciate some of the Van Halen stuff, but his best stuff was with Montrose.
Oh, fully agreed. Fully agreed. He was a master. It was really it was
Master
an honor and a
Bader.
pleasure to work with him over the years. It really was.
But I want
And and the new song that we wrote actually is completely comprised. All the lyrics are completely comprised of all of the titles of his albums and little quotes that he would say, like right before you go on stage, backstage, and and all the guys that played with him can verify it too, is that he would go around to, especially when the newcomers that didn't know what he was doing, he'd go around and say, "Hey, have you heard the news?" And somebody would go, "What? There's going to be good rocking tonight," is what he would say. It was just a little pep talk he would give the guys before you go on stage.
So what was he thinking, replacing, getting Michael DeBarnes in the band? Isn't that who he replaced Sammy Hagar with?
Oh gosh, yeah, I would have to say, in my opinion, that Hagar was the best vocalist that he ever had. That's just my personal opinion. And I guess he and Hagar just had a falling out, Ronnie and Hagar, about direction, which direction, and that's always the case with artists. you get a couple of great minds like that together, and eventually somebody's ego is going to get bruised a little bit, and they're going to go their separate ways.
And how were you involved with that? Were you like the guitar tech? Were you the merch guy?
Oh gosh, yeah. Whenever I wasn't playing, I would check for Ronnie and make sure his guitars were in tune, and get him, set him up on stage, and before he would come on for sound check, I would always make sure that everything was plugged in, ready to go, and pick the old guitars up and give them a couple of chords and make sure they were loud enough and all that good stuff.
So are there any, because you've obviously been around for a hot minute, were there any big bands that you turned down, like an offer to join?
Pantera, Black Sabbath.
Rick
Actually, to
Springfield.
tell you the truth, there's been some big bands that I've tried out for over the years when I was a kid, when I was younger, and didn't quite cut the mustard. One time I played with Bobcat for just a brief moment in history, and Mr. Pevers just said, "Hey, Michael, I love you." He said it in his English tone. I love you to death, but you're just not playing the songs like you're supposed to play. Okay. And that was it.
Did you ever try out for
I never have
Metallica
been
when they
able to-
needed a
I
bass
never have been
player?
able to do copy tunes is what it is. I can't adhere to the formula that's laid down on vinyl and the way it's written.
Oh, this guy's coming up with the slow ride.
Yeah.
For a slow
Oh,
ride.
man.
Did you try out for Metallica when they had a vacancy at the bass position?
Oh, gosh, no.
No.
Did you ever think about throwing on the loincloth and trying out for Manowar?
That's a good question, Michael.
Why, thank you.
Well, I would,
Oh, I tell you what, if those guys would have me, I would love to be in that band. Wouldn't it be cool to go out in a loincloth? That would be really cool.
we're all wearing loincloths right now.
Yep, the same one.
Oh, thanks for the visuals.
We're all packed in the same one.
That's right.
Buds to nuts.
Not the butt.
Not the butt.
I hope that's a nice air-conditioned booth you're in there.
Oh, it is.
Good.
It's steamy now.
We just got back from the Pride Festival. So
And eating tacos.
I know you got like this whole thing going on. What are your thoughts on gay marriage and equal rights for gay people?
And equal rights for women.
You know what really pisses me off is that it's an issue. It should not even be a fucking issue.
Right.
That's right.
You should be free. That's what this country is based on. You should be free to love who you love, no matter who it is, male, female, whatever. So why is it even an issue? It really bothers me that it's gotten so blown out of proportion.
I agree.
I mean,
Yeah.
Do you feel that? 'Cause I'm going to start a movement here, and it's not going to be my
bowel movement.
not my normal bowel movement. I'm thinking because I'm all about equality. I think that we should just give gay people equal rights. I mean, we gave women equal rights
Absolutely.
and the coloreds, and
right.
it worked out.
The coloreds.
Yes.
And
The floodgates fucking open when the broads and the and the coloreds got all their rights.
So
my wife always reminds me about. My wife's Chinese, and she always reminds me because I sometimes I lament the fact that I was born too late. I should have been born back in the 1800s. Mm-hmm. And she always says, "Well, you know, if that be the case, I would be your slave. I wouldn't be your wife." She's absolutely correct.
So
did she go pee in your Coke?
You got yellow fever?
You're giving away my secret.
Did you ever yell or say, "Come here, Hop Sing"?
I love the yellow cashews.
So, but do you think that if we give them the rights, can we have the rainbow back? Because like every time I want some Skittles, all I think of when they say "taste the rainbow" is a cock on my tongue, and I'm not homophobic, you know.
Well, you know, what really touched home for me is that I used to know a gay couple that loved kids, loved them to death. And they eventually were able to adopt, and they wound up adopting. By the time they were done, they had 14 children in their home. All the children grew. This is many years ago. This is like 30 years ago. All the children grew up to be very well off, professionals, doctors, lawyers, whatnot, and perfectly normal. And they were unwanted children. If they wouldn't have, if that gay couple would not have put the money up and the time and the energy into loving those kids, who knows where they would have wound up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
So here's a conspiracy that's been jangling around in my peanut-sized brain for quite some while. Do you buy into the fact that the theory that Jennifer Aniston must have a really stinky pussy because every guy ends up dumping her?
I don't know, but I'd sure like to find out.
What do you think? Sun Yi's going to think about that?
No kidding. No kidding.
I love the yellow cashews.
I've always kind of liked Jennifer Aniston. I'd like to meet her one of these days.
So, what would your wife say about that? She might give you a kung fu in the nutsack.
She just might just right upside my head.
Does she love you a long time?
You go bed now, round eye.
Do you ever like do the scene from Full Metal Jacket with her?
Oh damn!
Oh jeez.
Dude,
no, that was a good.
She was Vietnamese.
Oh,
that's different.
Exactly. Come on, get your Asians correct.
It's $20 more.
Do they taste different? Yeah. Have you had any Vietnamese pussy? Does it taste different than Chinese?
It's sweeter.
It all goes sideways. Didn't you know that?
That's right. It does.
I was trying to. He went there, so the floodgate is open.
Yeah, right.
Let it go. I was letting that one go. Yep.
Do you?
You know, Dom has quite an Asian history. He bought a monkey in the Philippines.
Yeah, tell him your story.
Listen to this fucking thing.
This isn't a conspiracy.
Here's a conspiracy theory. See if you buy into this shit.
Okay, you ready?
Wait, give him a drum roll on this fucking bullshit.
Yeah, here we go.
Wait, I dated a half Japanese girl, so it didn't go sideways. It was diagonal.
It was
diagonal.
Okay, ready for this story?
All right.
Okay, so I was in the Philippines. I was in right outside of Subic Bay in Olongapo, and I was walking off the base there. You know, they sold all kind of crazy shit on the base, off the side of the base there, and so I was walking with this lady friend,
a lady boy.
I knew you were going to say that, and she's like, "Oh, look at they got monkeys they're selling," because they were selling dogs and everything like that. So I said, I want a monkey.
They don't call them dogs, they call them dinner over there.
Yeah, that was a snack pack.
TV dinner.
So I was like, okay, I want a monkey. So what the hell? I had a couple dollars, you know, it only cost a couple dollars, so I bought this monkey. And we were going in and out of bars drinking. So, and on the street, it's called Maxx12. You can look it up, and it's online, Maxx12 in Olongapo. It was in the Book of World Records for having the most clubs on one street, and went down for like a mile straight. So it was a bar after bar after bar, and they had like there's these little trinket stores, and another bar all the way down. So I had this little monkey, and he's like climbing all around my shoulders and stuff like that, and I was going in all these bars drinking pitchers of Mojo. and so I was getting pretty hammered. And I was with this girl, and they were selling these balloons, these helium balloons. And then the girl was like, "Buy me balloon." I was like, "Okay, I'll buy you a balloon." So I bought another one. And I thought it'd be a good idea to buy all of them.
Bullshit.
Hey,
Excuse me.
Roundeye, give balloon to monkey, Roundeye.
So I bought all these balloons, and I tied them to the monkey, and the monkey just started floating away down the main strip. It was like a fucking parade. It was like a little parade, like a Macy's Day parade.
Bullshit.
Moo, bullshit. So does your wife's pussy taste like a fortune cookie?
Way too much.
I was talking to Dom.
Thank you.
When she farts, does a little saying come out?
You get none tonight, Sailor.
Sailor Joe.
Roundeye go to sleep with stinky butt. Wake up with stinky.
Do you make her do
finger.
all? Do you make her do all the chores around the house and cut the grass and give her like a bowl of rice?
You betcha, man.
She's cutting the grass. He's hitting her with a bamboo
10 steps
stick.
behind.
Yeah, like the menu, like number 12.
Did you ever ask her?
What's for dinner tonight? Number 6.
Oh, you're like.
Not beef and broccoli again.
You say you go home and you're like, "Honey, I want a 69." She's like, "Why you want hot and spicy beef tonight?" You crazy, Rondai?
Oh, jeez.
Lost my breath.
Dude, I wonder. Fucking bought a fucking monkey that flew away. You fucking liar.
That is, I believe him.
It's
I
true.
really do.
See?
I've heard stranger stories, but I believe it.
Oh, the monkey went up
Did
in
you
his...
ever retrieve?
No.
Were you ever able to retrieve the monkey?
No, I think I went to one of the islands.
He went to Monkey Island.
To the island of misfit fucking bullshit stories.
Monkey Island.
Hey, who?
I got a question from the chat room.
Wait, no. Who's the worst driver? Who do you think's the worst driver? Lindsay Lohan, Vince Neil, or your wife?
Well, actually, the wife is pretty darn good. I'll have to go with Lindsay. Now, my wife's mother is another story.
What about a Hasidic Jew from Florida?
Oh, gosh.
Oh my god.
Woo.
So you're not one of them wackos that drinks your own urine, are you?
No, not hardly.
You drink your
I can
wife's?
think of much nicer things to drink, like a nice, neat scotch.
Nice.
Oh, gosh.
Oh my god.
Dom went outside looking for the monkey.
Dom's going into diabetic shock. He needs beef and
really had to walk
broccoli.
away.
He needs sweet and sour chicken.
Duck sauce.
Why in the living...
Why you want
the
that guy
living
you ate
hell-
so last night?
Why in the living hell would you drink something that your body's expelling? That doesn't make any sense, does it?
I don't know. At that point, you might as well put your fucking dong on and dung and shit on a hoagie roll.
Did your wife ever
Right
walk
up.
with Yan?
Do what?
I said, did your wife ever walk with Yan?
Oh, my gosh.
So
You guys are a riot, man.
So where can we find all the information about your band?
Just go to www.maxx12music.com. That's MAXX12MUSIC.com. It'll give you anything you need to know.
Are you going to do any sort of tribute for the passing of Doink, the clown,
Doink?
the wrestling legend?
No, I don't think so. He wasn't a hero in my eyes.
Do you believe that Hulk Hogan was a real American? Like his song stated.
You broke up yesterday. One more time.
Do you believe that Hulk Hogan was the real American, like his original
Rick
entrance
Derringer
music?
theme song?
I don't know. I kind of find him entertaining, but I wouldn't really call him the real American.
Okay.
He's entertaining, though.
Here's a serious question about your band. Did
Yeah.
did you get the name for the band from the name of the hamburger joint that they hung out at Saved by the Bell?
No kidding. Yeah, that's actually the name itself has a meaning to it. M being the 13th letter of the alphabet, A being the first letter of the alphabet, 14,000 in the year 2012. 10 XX is 20, and then 1, 2, 2012. So what that means is 14,000 survivors after the year 2012.
How much acid do you guys do up over there?
It's mushrooms.
Do you guys get the freaking window pane out there?
Oh, God, window pane. I haven't done that since I was like 13.
Oh, I remember that. And then Black Dragon and Red Dragon.
Yeah, man.
I remember that.
I do. I remember the window pane especially.
Oh, this little white little piece of paper.
Looked like a little piece of vinyl. A little teeny piece of vinyl with like red and blue and green dots on it.
Little micro dots.
So are you guys hitting the road? You bringing the awakening to the rest of the country? Or are you just staying out in that?
We are trying real hard. We got a couple of labels that are interested in putting us out on tour, and we're getting ready to showcase for those guys next month. So we'll see how it turns out.
Big labels like Housecore Records.
One of them in particular has ZZ Top on the label with them. They have ZZ. They got who else they got? They've got Queensryche.
Which Queensryche? There's 2 Queensryches now.
That's right. But the one with the two original guitar players, I believe.
Okay.
So,
and speaking of ZZ Top, did you ever hear the real interesting story about how they come up with their name?
Please share.
They were driving home from practice one night. This is before they signed their label deal with Capitol, I believe it was. And they were stopping off at their local favorite hangout, which was a pizza place called the Pizza Stop. And that particular night, they came up, they drove up, the P and the I were missing from pizza, and the A was missing, and it said ZZ Top.
Wow,
so
that's
the P,
interesting.
I, A, and the S were missing. That's a true story.
Interesting. So, are you gonna, when you go on tour, you're not gonna let your wife drive the bus, are you?
The bus.
Oh God, no.
The
wife stays at home.
You're gonna get a little strange,
Get a little stank on your hang low.
I don't kiss and tell.
We ain't asking if you're kissing.
Nice. How much mescaline do you bring on tour with you when you go?
Oh gosh.
Are you even allowed to leave Montana?
Yeah.
Say it one more time.
Are you allowed to leave Montana?
I am not allowed to leave the United States, and that's a true story.
Why would you want to?
Not without going through a lot of red tape. They put some trailers on me. They don't like my anti-government stance.
Do you get pissed off at Steven Seagal when he tries to play a real patriot and he's nothing more than a fat, retarded ninja anymore?
I hate Steven Seagal. He just rubs me the wrong way.
He rubbed me the wrong way a couple years ago, and I never gotten over it.
He's never rubbed me. He must not like Jews.
He don't like Jews.
What we're gonna have to go because our time's almost up, but we do have a couple more questions. What are your thoughts on Devo with their Future Energy hats? Do you think they were onto something?
Oh God, I haven't thought of Devo in years. They were actually from California, right there, if I remember correctly, or were they
from
Ohio?
Akron, Ohio,
Akron,
baby.
Ohio.
There you go. But I liked the hell out of those boys, man. They were just fun, a fun group of guys. Oh, you know what it is one of the guys, if I remember correctly, one of the guys is now he's some sort of an engineer here in the Bay Area where I live.
Yeah.
And one of them's on Yo Gabba Gabba, drawing pictures like
That's
Bill
correct.
Cosby.
And one of them's dead. Dead like fucking Rick James.
Like JFK.
Like Doink. He actually died like a couple days ago.
And how can you not like the song Whippet? Come on.
Problem comes along.
You're good at this. I think I'm going to take that thing and make a heavy metal version of it.
What about that?
Cool.
What about that hot, cross-eyed fucking Mexican chick in the video getting whipped?
Adamant?
Oh,
The husky broad.
No, in the Whippet video.
Oh,
In the Whippet video, that's correct. I haven't. Boy, that's been many years since I've seen that thing.
Was she
Yeah,
cross-eyed
I
or
always
lazy-eyed?
liked it.
She was cross-eyed.
Yeah.
Do you when you tie your wife up to get frisky? Do you blindfold her with dental floss?
I knew that was coming somewhere.
Sorry, Dom's monkey asked that question.
Have you seen Hangover 2 yet?
The second one? Yeah.
Oh, she's
The
got a big
second
cock
one.
like that?
She's packing
Oh
heat.
my God,
the
I
drug
laughed till
dealer
I cried
monkey.
on that one.
So when you're not on tour, do you like to hang out by the borders and shoot Mexican as they try to fucking jump across?
Mexico's by Montana. It's Canadians.
Hey,
Same thing. What's the
this
difference?
Ain't no lie. Whenever they're over here illegally, I
Kill
want them
them
the
all.
fuck out.
Kill them all.
I don't mind. I am all for anybody coming over here perfectly legal, but whenever they come over here illegally, they're taking money out of my motherfucking pocket is what they're doing.
That's right. Back to
I
the
don't
U-Haul
like
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let him pick some strawberries for us first.
After you
Yeah.
harvest my lettuce, you get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You hear the latest where they're going to go ahead and give them cars, taxpayers' money. Not
Yeah.
only are they going to give them licenses, but now they're going to give them cars.
Fuck, I should have been in
What kind of
illegal.
car?
I want to be Canadian again.
A Ford Fiesta?
Oh,
Apparent-
probably
a Prius.
Probably one of those old bummer fucking electric things.
Yeah, fucking Prius.
So apparently, Phil Collins was wrong. It is fun being an illegal alien.
Cricket, cricket,
You know
cricket,
what,
cricket, cricket.
what our drummer told us the other day? He is seriously considering going over to Mexico, becoming a citizen, and then coming back to get all the benefits.
That's a good idea.
I don't think it's a bad idea at all. I think I might even entertain that idea myself.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to wrap up because we're up against it here. And if we don't have our show if it's over 3 hours, they don't play it all.
It's right on
So
iTunes.
Oh yeah.
iTunes.
why don't you
We'll have a
throw out your website again for us one more time? Make sure you
All
have your wife send us some of that delicious sweet and sour chicken. And ask her what they were thinking. They eat so much rice. What's with the chopsticks?
Yeah.
The spoon would do so
And
much
ask
better.
why there's so much damn sodium in that food.
No kidding.
MSG. I
MSG.
asked for
What?
extra MSG.
The website is www.maxx12music.com.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
I hear Wild Years playing in the background.
That's right. We got it rolling here, so
That was Ronnie Montrose produced production on that one. As a matter of fact, Ronnie Montrose, I used one of his acoustic guitars, and he helped sing the backup vocals on that song with us.
oh, cool.
Awesome. That pretty fucking cool, round eye.
That was
Oh.
horrible.
That good job, Joe.
Hey, can you
You guys
just?
are an absolute right. It's been a real pleasure, man.
Oh, thank
We
you.
appreciate it. Thanks for
I
taking
literally
the
was
time.
laughing. I was literally laughing so hard I couldn't breathe, and I had to walk away from the mic.
He
And
threw a
that's
little
not-
mud.
and I'd never done that before. It was
And
a,
I haven't used the sideways pussy joke since I was a kid. I thought about it for years.
They never get old, though, do they? It's like dick and fart jokes.
And the fart joke, no kidding.
I think we hit all
Well-
three bases on that. We covered all of
And
it.
we did.
Yes.
We did.
I think
And
we
Chinese
offended
food.
Yeah,
a whole
and
lot
food.
of people now.
that's right. Can you do us a quick favor?
Yes.
Can you do a promo ID for us? Just say your name, the band you're with, and you're listening to Maximum Threshold, and throw something crazy out at the end of it.
Okay, maximum threshold.
That's right.
And what'd you say at the end of that?
Just throw something crazy out at the end of it. Don't put any thought
There
into
we
this.
go.
Don't be writing it down either.
Something about sideways pussy.
Yeah.
All right, this is T. Michael Riddle, Rooster, guitar picker for the band Maxx12. I've been talking to the boys in Maximum Threshold Radio, and man, it has been a hoot. Love you guys.
Sounds good, man.
Thanks. Next time you call in, call in as Fook me, and I'll be Fook you.
All right, I'd like that one.
And I'll be go fook myself.
And I'll just be him.
He'll just be a monkey.
I came by that story. I'm gonna retell that story.
Is that not
see
the
see if
biggest
anybody
bull-
believes you. Because nobody believes
And
him.
he went to Monkey Island of all places.
Right.
Okay,
All right, guys.
have yourself a good one.
Thank you.
It's been a real pleasure. Thank you too.
You're welcome.
Take care.
All right. Good night now.
Good night.
You have just listened to an exclusive interview on Maximum Threshold Radio. Thanks for listening and please visit us at MaximumThreshold.net.